Hey guys, let's talk about advisory for just a second, and let's talk and make sure that we understand where we are in advisory. So far this year, we have done some virtual learning. We've gone over some of what you need to do on Canvas, what not to do on Canvas, and we touched on a couple other things through advisory. But I want to talk real briefly about the purpose of advisory. Let's talk. Let me play a song for you that kind of exemplifies, at least the beginning of the song, for you that kind of exemplifies the purpose of advisory.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see the troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
So from another generation, your teachers are probably singing that song because that brings back a lot of memories of a television show we all watched. From Cheers to Friends to most television shows you watch, in most things in life, we learn the power of community. If you think about your life and when things mean the most, I'll bet it's when you are surrounded around people that know your name, that know who you are, that on top of knowing your name and know who you are, can love you and appreciate you. Sometimes you'll get on each other's nerves, but know they got your back. So let's talk about advisory. It's just that. For 4 years, you'll have the same teacher, and that teacher's job is to get to know you, your name, your likes, your dislikes, what you're all about. During that time, you're going to build community. In that community, you're going to find out that there's power knowing each other. Everybody has this innate sense that you want to know and be known. There's nothing more powerful than your name. So that's the purpose of advisory. Over the next couple of weeks and going into the rest of the year, we also use advisory not only for building this idea of community, but we also build some resiliency factors and some skills to help you cope with life or to grow through life or to get better. I give this example. A couple weeks ago, we had Suicide Prevention Week. And as we did that, you wrote your name on a ribbon and you wrote some things down. You tied it around some chicken wire and you talked about your reason for living. And during Suicide Prevention Week, I will bet you that 99%, 99.9%, or 99.9995% of students did that. We're thinking, it's not me. I don't have to worry about that. The problem is, in 6 months, something happens. Something will happen in the next 6 months to make your life a little bit harder. A little bit harder to go through for whatever reason, whether it's COVID or family or friends or something happens that makes life just a little bit harder. And in that, it's our job then to help you build some practices and some skills in your life to help you cope with those, to help you put those things in place, to help you see where it all fits as a puzzle. To know that the hard parts of life are just that, hard parts of life, but there are easy parts, and the hard parts will end. And things get better. And then you'll have a hard time again at something else, and things will get better. And each time you build resiliency, and each time you build skills that you learn from. It's not in the ease of life that makes the difference. If you know how steel is made, steel is made in iron ore, is drug out of the ground in iron ore, and it's put to the fire. And that fire, it melts and it becomes liquefied. And so they skim off the impurities. They throw those impurities out. And then they heat it up again and they skim off the impurities and they put those liquid impurities out. And it happens over and over again until you have pure steel. Same thing happens with gold. And the most worth gold, the gold that's worth the most, is that gold that's been through the fire the most. and skim the most. It's the one that's most precious. So as you go through life, and realizing that is very important. So as we talk about advisory, our job is to help you build skills that when the fire is on, you realize the fire is just the fire, and there's going to be times when you're going to skim the impurities, but the backside is more pure. The backside is more moldable. The backside is more valuable. So our job in advisory is to teach these lessons to you, to put things in perspective so that when bad things happen the next 6 months or 9 months or 12 months or 6 years, that you have a resiliency factor in your brain that says, hey, I can overcome whatever it is. I was talking to students earlier today. I'm going to leave you on this note. If you could see what I could see when I look in your eyes, the world would be amazing. If you could see the potential and the hope and the life that I see when I look in your eyes, you'd realize that setbacks are just setbacks, but that's okay. When bad things happen in life, it's just that heating fire to remove the impurities, but to help you grow and to become the person you're designed to be, that you're created to be. Guys, the purpose of advisory is to build community. It's also to build some life skills and capacity in you that when bad things happen, or even when good things happen, you have this factor, the resiliency factor, to handle those things and to do well. Guys, I appreciate you. We do love you guys. You mean the world to us. Focus in on what you're doing in advisory. This is not a time to play. This is a time to invest in yourself so that later on you have something to draw out of you. Thank you. Have a great day.